The film begins with Clive, a man whose wife, Anna, is severely ill and could die at any moment. He does not want to lose her, so he decides to trap her soul in a painting through a ritual. This way she can always stay with him. In the 20th century, this ritual was common, and people used to capture the souls of their loved ones in paintings so they could always communicate with them. However, this practice has almost disappeared, and Clive is attempting it for the first time. He prepares the canvas, lights some candles, and performs the ritual. However, Anna's soul does not enter the painting, and he abandons the ritual, leaving the place. Meanwhile, something starts happening to the canvas. Colors begin to appear, forming a painting, but it is not Anna's portrait. Instead, it is a painting of an evil woman. Her face is beautiful, but her hands look terrifying, and her eyes glow like a demon in the darkness. When Clive returns, he is shocked to see the painting. He tries to burn it, but it does not catch fire. Suddenly, the evil woman emerges from the painting and attacks him. The same moment, Anna regains consciousness. For a brief moment, it seems like everything was just a dream, but it is not. Clive, now with a distorted face, sits in front of her, laughing maniacally. The scene cuts, and the story moves forward 5 months. Anna's sister, Evelyn, and her family are introduced. They are not financially strong, and Evelyn's husband's business is also failing. They have many unpaid bills. One day, a postman arrives with shocking news. Anna and her husband have died, and as a result, all of Anna's property is now in Evelyn's name. Evelyn is extremely surprised because Anna had married into a wealthy family, and she had no connection with her in-laws. Yet, all of Anna's property, including a house, is now hers. Along with the house, they are given 10 grand and are informed that they must now live there. Evelyn and her family pack their belongings and move into Anna's house. When they arrive, they are astonished to see so many paintings inside. They wonder why a single house has such an extensive collection of paintings. Among them is the same painting of the evil woman, with paint still appearing fresh as if it was just created. Evelyn decides to move the painting to the attic because it is disturbing and unsuitable for her young daughter. Night falls and everyone goes to sleep. Evelyn's daughter, Janice, starts feeling uneasy because of a painting in her room. Seems to her that the man in the painting is constantly staring at her. She tries to remove it from the wall, but no matter how hard she tries, it does not budge. Frustrated, she gives up and goes to sleep. Later that night, a strange event occurs. The man from the painting emerges and cuts her hair while she sleeps. Meanwhile, Adam hears strange whispering sounds and sees a shadowy figure, but when he opens the door, there is nothing there. In the morning, Janice is furious upon discovering her hair has been cut. She believes her younger sister must have done it. Although Lucy denies it, Evelyn, not believing her, forces her to apologize. The matter does not settle, and Lucy keeps insisting that she did not do anything. Later that day, everyone goes about their routine. Evelyn starts cleaning the house while Lucy stays with her. While wiping a mirror, Evelyn sees a figure moving in one of the paintings behind her. But when she turns around, there is nothing there. She assumes it is just her imagination. Suddenly, she sees a child running in the house. Thinking it is her daughter, she follows the figure, but Lucy is actually outside playing. So who was it? Evelyn hears the sound of a child laughing and running. She follows the noise into the basement, where she sees a cupboard slightly ajar, as if someone just went inside. But when she checks, no one is there. Night falls again. Janice, still frightened, covers the disturbing painting in her room with a cloth and goes to sleep. However, in the middle of the night, she feels someone cutting her hair again. She wakes up and sees that her sister is not there. Suddenly, she notices the cloth covering the painting moving as if someone is behind it. Terrified, she hides in the closet. But the shadow from the painting enters the closet and attacks her, cutting her hair. She screams in fear, and her entire family rushes to her room. Crying, she tells them what happened, but her father refuses to believe that someone could come out of a painting. On Evelyn's insistence, he moves the painting to the attic. Evelyn also wants to tell Adam about the strange things happening in the house, but his frustration and anger prevent her from speaking. That night, Adam hears the whispering sounds again. He goes outside to check, but it is unclear whether he sees something or not. The scene cuts, and suddenly he finds himself in the attic, staring at the eerie painting. The woman's eyes glow like a demon, frightening him. He opens the window, and the moment he does, it turns into a normal painting again. Still, he remains scared of it. In the morning, Evelyn enters the room where she previously saw the evil painting. However, the painting is no longer there. Instead, she finds a ring and a book about painting rituals. She keeps them with her. At night, the same painting is seen swinging on a chair. Adam notices this strange movement. When he goes to check, the painting disappears. Meanwhile, Evelyn hears the sound of a child running in the house again, something she has been noticing for days. She quickly follows the child and sees her running straight into a painting. This sight horrifies Evelyn. She turns on a flashlight and examines the painting closely, but it appears completely normal. Suddenly, the child emerges from the painting and calls Evelyn, asking her to find her. When Evelyn looks at the painting again, it is now empty. Following the child's voice, Evelyn reaches the basement. As she arrives, the child pushes her down the stairs. In the basement, the evil woman from the painting emerges. Evelyn sees her horrifying appearance, and within seconds, the woman vanishes. Upstairs, Evelyn's son, Nelson, experiences something strange. When he wakes up after hearing a noise, he sees the painting in his room melting. Shocked, he walks closer, but suddenly the painting pulls him inside. He screams for help. His terrified family rushes into the room. Adam manages to pull his son out of the painting just in time. Now the family finally understands the truth. This mansion is haunted. Adam realizes that while the entire family is present, Evelyn is missing. They rush to the basement and find her frightened. She insists they must leave the house immediately because it is not normal. Everyone agrees. Without wasting any time, they pack their belongings and leave the mansion that very night. Even after returning home, Evelyn remains disturbed by everything that happened. She tells Adam that some people believe Anna was murdered. It is possible that, on the night of Anna's death, Clive attempted a ritual that went wrong, causing her death. As she speaks, she remembers the painting ritual book she had taken with her. She opens it and finds the address of the place where the book originally came from. Determined to uncover the truth, she decides to visit that location. After Evelyn leaves, her two daughters play at home. Suddenly, the spirit of a little girl enters their house. However, this is not just any child. It is the evil woman in the form of a girl. She lures Lucy, pretending to play with her. Just as she is about to harm the child, Janice saves her. At the same time, they notice that the painting of the evil woman has somehow appeared in their house. Meanwhile, Evelyn reaches the place where the book was originally obtained. There, she meets a woman who takes her into a room filled with paintings. The woman explains that these are not ordinary paintings. They contain trapped souls. Through the ritual described in the book, souls can find a home inside paintings, allowing people to keep their loved ones close. While the ritual was originally meant for good, it often allowed dangerous souls to escape from their dimension into the real world. She further reveals that this ritual was banned in the early 20th century, and since then, all these paintings have been kept in this house. Evelyn then tells her that the painting she saw looked fresh, which means someone must have performed the ritual recently. The audience knows that Clive performed the ritual, but Evelyn and her family remain unaware. In the next scene, Adam investigates the woman from the painting. He discovers that her name was Scandra. After her death, multiple suicides and murders occurred in her family. Some family members even mysteriously disappeared. He also finds out that Scandra's family was none other than the Franco family, the same family Anna married into. This means that Scandra had placed a curse on the Franco family's house. And now, since Evelyn and her family have inherited the house, they have also inherited the curse. The only way to break the curse is to go back to the house and restore everything to its normal state. Adam once tried to destroy the painting by burning it, but nothing happened. Evelyn now turns to the ritual book for guidance. She learns that to break the curse, they need an object belonging to the person in the painting. She recalls seeing a storage room in the house filled with old belongings. She believes she can find something that belonged to Scandra there. At night, they return to the haunted mansion. Adam starts removing all the paintings, while Evelyn heads to the basement. She notices that all the paintings in the basement are now empty, meaning the trapped souls are roaming freely. She attempts to open an old box but finds it locked. Suddenly, someone throws a key toward her. Without hesitation, she picks it up and unlocks the box. Inside, she finds many letters and a locket belonging to Scandra. The moment Evelyn touches the locket, she has visions of Scandra's past. Meanwhile, all the paintings in the basement start floating in the air. The souls from every painting in the house begin gathering in the basement. Together, they attack Evelyn. Stairs, only one painting remains, the painting of a Victorian man. Suddenly, a hand emerges from the painting and grabs Adam. In an attempt to free himself, Adam flips the painting upside down, breaking its power and saving himself. Then, he hears Evelyn screaming and rushes to the basement to help her. He rescues her from the attacking souls and carries all the paintings outside to burn them. However, even after destroying the paintings, the curse does not seem to be broken. Back at their home, an eerie sight is revealed. A new painting of Scandra forming on a blank canvas. Suddenly, Scandra emerges from the painting and enters Nelson's room. Scandra possesses Nelson. Under her influence, he picks up Lucy and starts carrying her to his room. Janice notices this and tries to save her. Meanwhile, in the car, Adam tells Evelyn that Scandra tried to possess him as well. Hearing this, Evelyn becomes even more terrified. They finally reach home, where Janice informs them that Nelson took Lucy into his room and locked the door. Adam quickly breaks down the door to save his daughter. Just as Nelson is about to harm his sister, Adam and Evelyn intervene in time. They now realize that they must perform the ritual immediately. Adam and Evelyn instruct Janice to take Lucy far away from the house and not return until morning. They then prepare for the ritual. Evelyn finds the empty canvas of Scandra's painting in Nelson's room, meaning her soul is still roaming outside. Or worse, she is inside Nelson's body. They lock the doors, turn on some lights, and place paints in front of the canvas. They then begin the ritual, which will separate Scandra's soul and trap it back inside the painting. Once she is inside, they plan to burn the painting to free her soul. As the ritual progresses, they start feeling strange disturbances. When they remove the cloth covering the painting, they find that Scandra is already inside it. However, she reveals that the curse will not end so easily. To break it completely, they must summon the soul of Scandra's husband and bring him into the painting. Scandra then tells her story. She was once a beautiful woman, while her husband belonged to a wealthy family. His family practiced the painting ritual because they believed that mastering it granted immortality. Scandra's husband was also skilled in the ritual. They met at a party where he fell in love with her beauty and they got married. However, at the age of 29, Scandra fell seriously ill. She loved her husband deeply and did not want to leave him, so she asked him to trap her soul in a painting. To do this, she gave him her necklace as a token. After her death, her husband performed the ritual as promised and summoned her soul into the painting. But before dying, Scandra also asked him to take his own life and join her in the painting so they could be together forever. However, after her death, her husband broke his promise. Instead of taking his own life, he moved on and became busy with his own affairs. He abandoned Scandra's painting, leaving it forgotten in the basement. This betrayal enraged Scandra, and evil forces took over her soul. In her wrath, she cursed her husband's entire family, either they would die or vanish from this world. She also began possessing the men in his family, forcing them to kill their own wives, just as she made Clive kill Anna. Returning to the present, Evelyn and Adam attempt to summon Scandra's husband's soul into the painting. But they realize that a soul cannot be forced. It must enter willingly. The situation becomes critical. Amidst the chaos, Adam tries to tell Evelyn something heartbreaking. He confesses that on the night he woke up in the attic, Scandra's soul was there, and they became physically intimate. Evelyn is devastated by this revelation. Adam then pleads with her, saying, "Please never hate me after I die." With these final words, he sacrifices himself to break the curse. Before dying, he throws his lighter toward the ritual site, ensuring that his soul will enter the painting alongside Scandra. As he dies, Evelyn successfully summons his soul into the painting. Painting now shows Scandra and Adam together, but suddenly Scandra vanishes from it, as she is still inside Nelson. This means the curse is not over yet. Scandra, still possessing Nelson, now tries to kill Evelyn. At the same time, she reaches for Adam's lighter, trying to prevent her soul from being fully trapped in the painting. Before Scandra can grab the lighter, Janice returns home. She picks up the lighter and, without hesitation, sets fire to the painting. The immediate effect is that Nelson returns to normal. Painting, now fully burned, becomes just another ordinary piece of art. Inside it, Adam and Scandra remain trapped together. Evelyn and her family take the painting and return it to Scandra's mansion, placing it in the basement. As they leave, another painting catches their eye. the portrait of an elderly man which they had moved to another room. This painting was never burned. Adam had forgotten about it. The film ends with an eerie indication that the painting ritual is still not entirely over. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please like and share it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We keep bringing such content regularly. Peace.